Today is the day I will be reviewing my favorite Friday the 13th movie of all time. Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Now, yes, you heard me right. That is my favorite Friday the 13th movie of all time. I've been waiting for this day ever since. Well, I didn't been waiting for this day for that long, but overall, I've been waiting for this day for quite some time. Now, anyways, I'm going to be reviewing my favorite Friday the 13th movie. It is so amazing. I have many things to say about it, but I'm pretty sure I'll say most of about it in the review I'll be talking about, of course. Now, let me get into this movie. Yeah! I like the beginning of the movie where it's just fog, but I gotta be honest, but Tommy Jarvis is like the best in this movie. Like, Tom Matthews' performance is the best. He's one of my favorite Tommy Jarvis of all time. Now, I do think bringing back Jason from the dead is a bad idea. Because, like, he's just gonna keep on killing, because that's Jason for you. But still, I think it's a bad idea. But, also, it's kind of a good idea, because, well, I just think we just need some more Friday the 13th movies. Even if there are, like, a lot of them out there. Now, it doesn't make sense on Jason's tombstone that it doesn't say when he was born and when he died. It just makes no sense. Like, I feel like it would just make more sense if it said that. But, hey, whatever, I guess. Yeah. I absolutely love this lightning in the movie. It's so sick. It's just so cool how Jason is just resurrected back to life. It's kind of cool that Jason is now a zombie in this movie, but I just wish we could see, like, his face a little bit more in this screenshot. I could barely see his face. It looks so dark, unless I'm the crazy one here, but I really don't think I am. I like Alan's death in this movie because it's just kind of cool how Jason just, like, tears, like, his whole fist through his chest. And now his heart is showing. Yeah, one of my favorite kills in this movie, even if it is pretty quick. I like the scene where he's just looking at the camera and his eyes start showing. That's kind of cool and creepy. I also like where he's walking in the eye and he just slashes the title card. It just looks really cool. It really does. To be honest, the cops should let Tommy out of jail. Because, like, he's, like, probably one of the, like, Jason's weaknesses, because, well, I don't know. He can just defeat Jason. Well, I mean, Jason is still powerful, but, yeah, I don't know. But overall, I still think the police officer should release Jason, even though Tommy was responsible for resurrecting Jason in the first place. Darren does just not know who he's messing with. He should just literally just get out the road. But it's too late because Darren is now dead. So yeah, it is too late for that. She should just get out of the mud because it's just too dangerous. Yeah, she should have just ran in the first place. But now she's dead, unfortunately. Now, I guess you could say Megan is the final girl of this movie. Even though if, like, Tommy Jarvis is, like, the main character, since, like, he's mainly focused on this movie, unlike Part 5. But I guess you could say Megan is the final girl in this movie. And, she's an okay final girl. I think she's definitely better than Pam from the last film, Part 5. So, yeah, overall, I think she's a pretty good final girl. So, yeah. It's also funny to know that her name is Megan, even though if there is a horror movie named Megan. So yeah, that's also kind of funny to know. Yeah. The paintball characters are actually one of my favorite characters. Now I know there's not many scenes with them, but overall I think these characters are kind of cool because well, their deaths are kind of memorable. Yeah. Well, memorable to me. Yeah, I really love these kills, even though if it's not that gory. Yeah, and I also love when like Roy is gonna shoot Jason with the paintball, and then Jason's just gonna have like a funny reaction and just looks at the camera. It's kind of funny, not gonna lie. And the way Jason's just speed walking is just funny. Another thing I forgot to say is that I like the smiley face tree. It just looks very funny. It really does. And random at the same time. Like, how did that get there? Was it like his face on the impact of the tree that made it have a smiley face? I don't know, but I guess it just doesn't have to make sense in the first place. Deputy Rick is one of my favorite characters in this movie because he says the one of the most amazing things ever. Well, actually, that's not true. But he says one of the most coolest one-liners I ever heard. Well, at least in this film. I don't know, but he says a cool one-liner.
Wherever the red dot goes, you bang.
Yeah, one of my favorite one-liners that Deputy Rick says. Also, most of the screenshots I find are really goofy at the same time. I don't know why, I just find the most random screenshots. I like that Jason just uses that bottle as a weapon. I just wish this movie would take place in Camp Crystal Lake instead of Camp Forest Green. But hey, I kind of like when they switch it up with the camp, so hey, I guess Camp Forest Green is okay, even though if I do prefer Camp Crystal Lake. But hey, it's still okay, Camp Forest Green. Well, I guess it is. Actually, yes, it is okay. The Nikki kill is one of my favorites. I know it's not that gory, but it is creative. Yeah, for some reason, I just love that the face is just going through the wall. It's just so creative. And of course, I got this ad about Arby's, because of course you got those ads. Yeah, it was also kind of funny. Ooh, looks delicious. LOL. Now, I don't like this kill over here, but I do like that the RV goes in the air and just falls on the ground. That is actually kind of cool and epic. I also like when the RV is on fire and you just see Jason on top of there. That actually looks kind of cool, not gonna lie. Now, it's kind of random that we see Roy's glasses, even though if he is dead. Now, Rory did not have a good, kill because it was, of course, off screen. But, hey, at least we get to see his, arms and stuff. But, yeah. And also, if you're wondering who Rory is, I'm talking about this guy, Rory, the paintball guy. If you couldn't tell by his glasses. Yeah, he's pretty much dead. But yeah, that's pretty much, I have to say. Yeah, and the screenshot's also random. Another random screenshot to go. You're gonna see it a lot throughout this channel. Those random screenshots. Yeah. Now, I don't know why they think Tommy Jarvis is the killer. Now, I know there are dead bodies around, but obviously it's zombie Jason. But of course, some of them just don't have to believe in that stuff, even though if it is very real to Tommy. Another one of my favorite deaths is Palma, because I know it's kind of off-screen, but hey, at least you get to see the blood out the window, and her thrown out the window. Or should I say the blood on the window? Yeah, I meant to say that. I like when the red dot is on Deputy Rick's nose. He kind of reminds me a little of Rudolph, but I don't know. But it just kind of looks a little funny at the same time. It really does. But it's kind of cool that they get revenge and put Rick in a jail cell. I love every time when Jason gets up from the gunshots. I know it's random, but I actually kind of like it. And, the same music playing in the background while it's happening is just random, but yeah. And I also love when Jason gets shot in the head, but it doesn't, penetrate. Well, I mean, it doesn't, stop him from what he's doing. So, yeah. Now, these are another one of my favorite characters in this movie. Because I know wherever the red dot goes, you bang. one-liner was cool, but this one-liner is cool as well.
What do you think? I think we're dead meat. Real dead meat.
Yeah, they literally said the channel name, Dead Meat, in the background, which is kind of funny. And if you are confused, yes, Dead Meat is a YouTube channel about kill counts. And I feel like everyone watching this video should know that. Well, some of you at least. But if you don't know this channel, then it's okay. But yeah, that's just a fun fact I just wanted to put out there. I like the ending where Tommy is gonna drown Jason, which is kind of cool at the same time. Although Jason did drown as a kid. Now, of course, I am glad that Tommy did survive this movie, but what I'm not glad is that he's not in the next movie. But hey, I guess it's okay to change it up a little bit. But yeah, it is what it is. It's also kind of cool to see Zombie Jason's eye open for a cliffhanger to show that Zombie Jason, of course, survived in this movie. Also, it kind of looks creepy at the same time. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. Yeah. So, yeah, I got to review my favorite Friday the 13th movie of all time. That was a pretty good review, I think I did. Well, I mean, I had a good time doing it, of course. But now I'm kind of tired. I'm going to take a break right now. And I guess I'll see you in the next review of Friday the 13th Part 7. Coming out pretty soon. Of course it is. Alright, I gotta go.